Westworld has made me realize I'm the bad guy. I completely understand where the villain is coming from and why he's doing what he's doing. So I guess it's true. You either die a hero or you live long enough to become a villain. And I've been alive for a very long time, so I should have saw this coming. So Season 3, Westworld Episode 5 was one of those episodes where I feel like we got 3 episodes worth of plot in one. So a banging deal. Also, with everything that happened in the episode and everyone getting their data, their profile from Insight, that's something a lesser show would say for a finale as a, oh, look at us closing out this story. This show did it in the middle of the fucking season. Are you kidding me? That's amazing. I know a lot of people like to talk shit about Westworld, but the fact that they pulled such an absolute baller move as releasing an episode that basically looks like a finale in the middle of their season, I'm impressed. Thoroughly impressed. Super impressed. Mega impressed. Incredibly impressed. Not just because this episode had a lot of plot in it, just because they did something crazy by putting something that normally would be in a finale in the middle of the season, doesn't mean this episode was perfect. Absolutely not. I guess the one thing that stood out to me that I really didn't like was Caleb being on the genre drug. I feel like they could have did a lot better with it. I heard one of the showrunners, Nolan's explanation of each genre and why he did it. I still think it fell a little flat and it wasn't as good as it could be. It could have elevated the episode, but instead it just didn't really do a lot for it. I mean, it did add a little bit of artistic flair, but not enough for it to really matter to me. So if you really liked the different genres and Caleb going through it, let me know in the comment section down below why exactly you liked it. Because I'd like to hear from your point of view why you think it was cool or how it being used in this episode made it better. Because I genuinely do not see it that way at all. I think it was a very wasted thing to do, wasted plot point, and wasted opportunity in general. They could have done a lot better with it. What I did absolutely love about this episode, besides, everything I said in the beginning, was hearing more of Sarok's past and why he's doing what he's doing. I feel like he is the type of villain that is kind of cliche. Okay, when he was a little kid, he saw something really terrible happen and it made him realize humans suck. I need to guide them. Pretty standard setup for sci-fi, even for fantasy. But the thing is, and I think this is why I now realize that maybe I'm the bad guy and I've been alive too long and I don't see the best in humanity. I understand his plan. Okay, I'm gonna chart out the best course for humans and have them follow it. Now, I don't agree with him, the deviants, the people that are the outliers that he can't control. I don't agree with him sending them off to war and making sure that they don't reproduce or get married, and then if push comes to shove, oh, we're gonna put you in the rehab facility like he did with his brother. Exactly where Caleb went. We saw in the little flashbacks towards the end of the episode. He was in one of those facilities at one point, and it's the same type of facility that William is now in. I don't agree with that. I definitely am not pro let's wash everybody out of the genetics pool that brings it down, such as you saw the lady that had early onset Alzheimer's and she was not fit to reproduce. Really sad. And I know that I'm biased from that because I have a disease that less than 150 people have ever had that causes tumors to form over and over again. And I still want to have kids one day. And that's actually a pretty shitty thing to do, knowing that I could pass on this terrible disease to my children and then they could suffer like I have. But I still want to do it. So I understand that I am biased in thinking that's fucked up, telling her that, you are not fit for reproducing because of this, and that. I totally get it. I also get where I am a hypocrite in my way of thinking. I really wish that Rehoboam could be used to show everyone here are the different paths you could take and then you decide which one you want to go on. But like Sarac said, every time we enlightened people, every time we showed them, hey, here's your profile, humanity goes extinct. So he can't do that, even though that's the right solution. Okay, you have this ability to help guide people on the right path that will make them the happiest. But if we do that, the humans eventually, they go extinct. So I have to kind of be a shadow puppet master. I get that part. I just don't like the undesirable outlier part. I do have a few theories that have come up since watching this episode. I know that I made I think it was only 3. Maybe it was 5 crazy theories for season 3 of Westworld, but one of them was that Sarac was an avatar of Rehoboam, and then his actor recently came out and said, no, he's a real human, and we saw proof of that in this episode. So that, I think, is disproved. But now I'm thinking Caleb is actually a host. I know. My tinfoil knows no bounds. So let's go to where Liam is shot. And by the way, I don't think Liam was shot by the lady. I think Liam was shot by Caleb. I'm just going to say that really quick before going into this. If you look at the angles, it doesn't make sense that she shot Liam. It makes sense that Caleb did. So let me go into that really quick. So when Liam is dying in the water, we hear him say over and over again, you did it. And that could be for a singular event, but I'm not quite so sure. It could actually mean a lot. Liam saying, you did it. You were the one that killed your friend Francis. You did it. You were actually the one that shot me. Which makes sense when we see him holding Liam's wound the same way that he holds Francis's wound in a flashback. And it looks like he may have shot Francis. Maybe you did it. He's the agitator that ends humanity. You did it. Caleb sitting on the bridge. Caleb did kill himself, and now he's a host. At the very least, we know that Caleb was an outlier, sent to war to get out of society. His partner died, and he looks like he went into Sarac's lab to put him back into society. We also see flashbacks to Caleb with his partner looking like terrorists and kidnapping a rich guy. It seems like all of this is coming together, that Caleb started out as an outlier. They decided, okay, we're going to send him off to war, or maybe that's his backstory. Maybe he was an assassin. He was a terrorist for insight or for Sarac to get certain things done, certain people killed. And at one point, Caleb, because he is an outlier, because he is a divergence, decided, I don't want to kill this person that we're sent to kill. And Francis didn't understand. He ends up killing his friend Francis, and then they take him to the rehabilitation facility and try to rework him to put him into society. Maybe he was a failed assassin. It sounds like they can't kill the people that are these outliers. They don't want to kill the deviants outright. They want it to be done by some external means. We sent you to war. Oh, we reprogrammed you. Now you're going to die doing criminal activity. Something like that. They want it. It's like what Dolores said to Liam. You wouldn't ever hurt me. You wouldn't kill me yourself. You'd have someone else do it. And it seems like that's exactly what they're doing. And I swear to you, and I know this is just me with super, 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 super tinfoil. So when Dolores was shot through with the gun, she just stepped in front of it and took it. I think it showed Caleb, okay, she has been playing this up. She really didn't need my help in the ambulance. This was all just a game, a ruse to get me to join her. And then we see there is an exit wound out the back. I think something is going to happen where Caleb is going to be shot and he's going to realize, I did jump off that bridge. I did already kill myself, and then they rebuilt me, or I'm a host now, and they're trying to experiment with that. Again, tinfoil, sorry. Stubbs, really quick. Adorable. He's the VIP of this episode. Him fucking popping out of that room and going, you forgot about me, was the greatest thing ever. I'm very interested that we see the different Dolores are willing to die, but Bernard has to live. It seems like Bernard is the key to creating the new species and having them live on. You have, this is a common trope, so I'm really sorry. You have the enforcer, the person that does the dirty work, and then you have the leader that's supposed to be the example of good and wanting fairness and all that. And it seems like Bernard is what's going to be left over after Dolores gets all the messy business out of the way. I'm also a little bit suspicious of Dolores, since she knew enlightenment would lead to the end of humanity. Did she really enlighten all those people just because she wanted them to be able to choose and be free? Or did she do it because she wants humanity to end itself so that her new species can rule the earth? Still not quite sure if Dolores is the good guy. Positive I'm the bad guy. Oh, Liam's basic shirt was really cute, especially him going, oh, look at them, they're already going to their base levels or whatever, and he's wearing this basic shirt. Really cute. The music this episode, phenomenal as usual. Of course, the guy they have composing and working on the music is a absolute genius, so that's to be expected. I'm actually sad that Liam is dead. I know that not a lot of people liked him, and I get why he's unlikable, but I still just don't like people being killed, regardless of how nasty they are. I also love Sarek's watch, where it's the sun and moon align, and you see every time on the watch where the black comes out from behind the white circle, or the white filled in circle, that there's a divergence, something is not set up right, and that's when humanity is going off its course and going towards extinction. So I actually really love his watch, and his actor is doing a fantastic job. So overall, I love this episode. I definitely think there were weak components to it, but I think this was a very... It's weird that I want to use the word brave, but yeah. I think this was a very brave episode and really helped move the plot forward a shit ton. So let me know what you thought about this episode. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What are your crazy theories? I have my own. I might make a video about it. Like, subscribe, and just